the 8th player, 3rd blue liner in team history to reach that milestone. Leafs back after a 6-game road trip that did not start well in Montreal. Sending it in and heading to the bench on a change. Tavares comes on with Cowan and Nylander. Easton Cowan missed Nylander. Here's Riley putting it on goal. So the Leafs streak has ended. 4 consecutive with an opening shot goal. And that puck out of play on the netting. A different role, which probably adds to the chemistry.
Yeah, one thing that...
Here's Matheson off the draw. That change direction went wide. McCabe testing his stick after that shot glanced off his shaft. And now Matthews powers his way in. Here's Austin Matthews to the net. And Dobich
loses body position right here. A turnover in the D zone. Misses it the first time. Tries to get a piece. Can he get with his stick, then with his hands, and then that little wrap around afterwards. But watch Matthews. Doesn't have control, but able for the first 5 steps at least create a little bit of something.
Tavares, Ekman Larson will quarterback. Here's Nylander. Down to Easton Cowan. Takes a long look. Cowan shooting. And Dobich.
He is just as fast defensively as he was offensively and made the play and turned it back into Montreal's favor.
Hudson with a goal in the last meeting between these two teams. Slafkovsky, he put it in front. That was whipped wide.
This is a couple of great plays by this top line. A rocket of a pass across from Slafkovsky.
On a one-time touch from Caufield. Suzuki fans on that. Matheson moves up. He centers. Suzuki stopped by Hildeby. Again from Bolduc. Dobson across to the other side. Nyes and Joshua on the penalty killers. Quick pass back to Dobson. Here's Noah Dobson into the glove. 5 seconds remaining in the penalty to Tavares. Evans wins the draw. Matheson across. A blast right on. And the rebound back to Dobson as Montreal regains possession. Here's Matheson ripped wide. Off the stick of Evans, who catches up to it. A nice toe stop there. The last meeting between these two teams. Joshua Jacki had 2 of the misconducts. Here's Laurent sending it in, and Dobich. There's Troy Stetcher. Playing it along the boards. Domi. McCabe in the middle for Domi. He'll fire it, and
Matheson came in afterwards, but did a good job of keeping the blue sweaters away from the goaltender.
There's Matthews winning a draw, and a shot that sticks to Dobich, so they'll face it off again in the Montreal zone.
You know, all the questions for when the dip happened with the Montreal Canadiens not playing as well defensively. Marty St. Louis said we got away from our game. The goaltenders have been really a focus, as they are in every team. And right now, 6 of the last 9 starts for Dobich for the Maple Leafs.
And 3 straight wins with really not much production from the line out on the ice. Now it's Caufield tests Hildeby.
But that is Cole Caufield, that little quick dart to create the chance.
Here's Hudson walking in, rolled the shot, kicked out, rebound, and Hildeby, who did a little, maybe time for one last Canadian chance. Slafkovsky surrounded, and here's a shot, one more stop for Hildeby.
Nothing. Shots were 17-6, but even more than that, the offensive zone time. It was a heck of a period by the Canadiens.
Far side looking for a ricochet pass for Tavares. Back comes Hudson. He's got Texier on the left. The shot is blocked away. He's got Nyes on him. Domi able to work that back. Stetcher returns it to McCabe. He sends it in. A deflection. And Nyes, another chance. Leafs have been out a while here. Gallagher puts it right on. Benoit after it against Anderson. Gallagher in the slot. But Evans shot denied. So it remains in the Leaf zone. Canadians trying to put Toronto in the grinder here. It's Noah Dobson. He's shot, and Hildeby able to steer that away. Back up top for Matheson. In for Caufield. Noah Dobson once again missed the target. Caufield along the boards. Hit there by Myers. Benoit envelops his man. Slafkovsky comes away with the puck. Extended Montreal pressure and a backdoor pass. Off the stick of Dobson. Back to Slafkovsky. Glove stop. Leno on the ice after the puck. He takes a bump from McCabe. It's played back to Dobson. And across Matheson. Sifted that through. Plays it to the left side. Suzuki turns away from Steven Lorentz. Rink wide. Here comes the pass in front. Backdoor scores. It's Cole Caufield. Two options here as just take the pressure off. And the one thing you can't allow as a penalty kill are these passes through the seam. Unable to get it there. And then look at you. That's Slafkovsky in the top slot. He ends up, he might have even tipped it a little bit on the way, but right on the doorstep off the skate of Caufield. And what a smart play. He missed it with the first swing of the... Back to McCabe, and Troy Stetcher steps up. Here's Stetcher with the lead feed. Off Nyes, right to the goaltender. Steering it towards Jack-Eye. An alley-oop looking for Texier. Stood up at center by Stetcher. McCabe off the boards. Matthews missed the pack, but away goes Nyes. Can't get that across to Domi. Ekman Larson jumped on. Hits Demidov in. And Hildeby with the stop. That hit a skate. And the Leafs able to turn with it as Nick Robertson, Lawton, and Lorentz. Steven Lorentz in. And that shot off Dobson. Rolling gets it. Trying to break through and not able to get past Struble. The other way. Break. Zach Bolduc. And a close stop. And a beauty from
the D are making a change. They're a little bit late getting there. That opens up the door for Bolduc and
for Carrier, excuse me. They jostle in the corner, comes loose for McMahon, and that's picked off high by Dobish and fires it ahead. It's Watton trying to chip it towards Lorentz. Turned over and back in comes Gallagher. And that's a little bit of a changeup off the left pad of Hildeby.
It's clear in the times that they do actually practice, there is just zero time for lack of execution.
And a lot of discussion about their defensive play. In behind the net is Oliver Kapanen. That's knocked down by Waugh. He's got Lawton breaking. With a step. Scott Lawton scores! Short-handed. Game tie.
Done it in Philadelphia. Watch this play here. A knockdown of Waugh. Now that's called no high stick. So Waugh quickly, quick read, and man, this is just put your head down. You know what? Confidence of scoring a couple of goals in the last two games gives him that little bit of an edge. He tried this.
Easton Cowan to work. Red line and in. It's like Cowan and McMahon have swapped spots. Cowan's on the in front. Oh, what a stop! Dobish robbing.
The go-ahead goal sliding across, right off the mask.
Viewers have watched Calgary post a 2-0 shutout win over Utah tonight. And we're headed for overtime here in Toronto. So much of it, that opening draw, and this one goes to the Leafs. A face-off win for Matthews with McCabe and Nylander. What a chance for the Leafs. And now a steal by Domi. It's 3-on-1. Domi in front. Riley missed the net. And that shot blocked. And ricochets back out. Who would have thought Montreal would get two looks off a face-off with 13 seconds to go in their zone? Here we go in the shootout. William Nylander to start things off. And stopped by Domi.
I was mentioning as a shooter, you're hoping the goaltender flinches and you can get him to go down. Look at Dobish was down, but there's the athleticism, made the first move, so Nylander went to the opposite side. You saw that right pad go down, but the left pad gets out to make the save.
Get the shootout deciding goal on Wednesday against Winnipeg. Cole Caufield, 2 for 3 and 3 for 4.
Same swooping motion. He goes all the way to the boards and hopes. Look at how low the...
Here's Matthews. Austin Matthews. And he has
moves that, man, you ever look talented when you score.
In the shootout this year. Texier in, and he has scored there.
Jeez. I mean, the old one-hander Stick handle.
2-1 in the shootout. John Tavares, second leap shooter. And Tavares stopped, third leap shooter, and Dobish. And the Canadiens